Number 1 with Team Random. Let's see how this one goes. So we got, look like it's Highland. Let's just do the scroll speed like this. There we go. So we are, look like we got Bubzzz and what are the team composition? Looks like Blackwoltz and Bongo. Oh, that's a very lag. So it's Blackwoltz and Bongo versus Bubzzz and MrMorec. Looks like that's gonna be the game for today. Starting off with Highland. That's very simple game of very simple map for newbie players. So on the top side we got Bubzzz as Carthaginian, a very strong civilization. You can see he's already setting up a nice set of berries. He has a very defensible place, easy to wall from the front. Looks like he has plenty of places to wall. You can actually get like very small, these little gaps can be walled off very easily actually. You're gonna need a lot of exploration to know about them though. Next, on the other side, we can see MrMorec is, on the other hand, as Babylonian being not really showing any early stages of faction right now, but you can see very later on it's gonna help out when the market upgrades come in. However, you can see he's already looting an elephant. He has 2 more elephants in the back and a gazelle batch in here. That's a very good food income. Some more berries on the front. And another elephant very far away. He might have trouble finding that one. Looks like he already messed up this gazelle set, but he has some berries on the back, so no worries on that one. He's already luring another elephant from the berry back, so MrMorec definitely not gonna have any problem with the food income. Right up next, on the bottom side, we got Blackwoltz, a strong Brazilian player, going already luring his gazelles. You can see he already has a very safe base, a nice forest that he can easily close off. It's a big gap in the middle, but he can focus on that one with some barracks. Free elephant very hidden in the corner and a small gap in here. Not really much food in the place. You can see he's kind of limited only to the berries and the gazelles. A hidden elephant and some berries on the front. That might be a bit exposed. Last but not least, we got Bongo. I was told it was Bongo, so Bongo already luring his gazelles as Sumerian strong villagers, but I don't think there's gonna be any rush coming anytime soon from him. He's going for full for the economy, and that's a good thing because we're gonna need a lot of action in these 2v2 games. Already you can see storage pits coming, the elephants being lured from the back, so MrMorec with good exploration, already having plentiful of resources, not gonna have any problem getting the food he needs for any of his plans, if he's a rush or a fast bronze. Storage pit set from this part from Bubzzz. You can see Bubzzz has already walled his part, so that's gonna be pretty safe. There's still a small opening here. Let's see if that closes off later on. I would say from all the maps, I think probably Bongo is the worst one. He has gazelles, he has food, he has some berries, but I don't see anything close by for him. He's not even also it seems to be a very open map. There's a lot of exploration for him to do if he wants to be able to completely wall himself off. Looks like he's already going to the tool age. Taking a look at the statistics, we can see 23, 20, 2019. So Blackwoltz, knowing he's in a good position, goes for a little more economy boost with 3 more villagers. That's definitely gonna pay off later. Let's see if he's able to maybe go for a bronze or successful rush. On this part, we can see both players, Bubzzz coming already from the tool age. Very open still, but he's already walling it up with some barracks, so he's gonna little be closing off his map. Let's see how this. He already got some berries in the back, so he really has explored his map and knows where to get his resources. Last but not least, MrMorec already on the tool age. We're pretty much 99% on the tool age, 4 elephant lure and plus gazelles, and still some gazelles around for him to lure or hunt at this point. You can see MrMorec choosing to go for armor upgrade, so he's gonna be going for some scouts very on the front of the enemy. Very shameless from MrMorec. You can see Blackwoltz still in the tool age, not really doing anything just yet. Gonna have a hard time to. You're gonna need to close this off really quickly. This is only opening. Oh, never mind, he has a small opening here as well. He's gonna need to close this too. First scouts coming in already on the attack. You can see on the other hand, Bongo already coming as well as Sumerian, going for some slingers. Makes sense considering the slinger buff, the stone mining upgrade that the Sumerian have. They have a little bonus that they mine stone quicker. They do? I don't think they know. I think that's Babylon, I'm sorry. But you can see the scouts coming in and Blackwoltz running away really quickly. You can see the situation kinda has gone to a troublesome scenario. He's already being limited in this part, but he quickly walls this part, and now he's gonna be completely safe from any further attacks. On the other hand, there are still some berries guys here that can be exposed, and they might die. You can see they are moving away, so good call from Blackwoltz. Let's see if he notices if he does something about it with these 4 guys. On the other hand, the lion trying to get them as well. On this part, you can see the slingers. Bubzzz having a better rush as Slinger, going with 3 barracks instead of 2. This just wins the rush against Bongo's rush, against Bongo's Slingers. You can see the Slingers pumping on big time. Bubzzz completely walled off on all parts, so he's really focusing on his economy, growing a lot on what resources. There are some gazelles in here. I think I missed these gazelles because this I did not expecting this call. You can see Bongo has already walled himself as well. Very nice wall all the way to the top. Very safe for map. Now all 3 players seem to have be completely safe. My town center has been moved from the side of Blackwoltz, so Blackwoltz, we're going to be continuing farming. Look like he feels he's safe. Let's see if that's the case. I don't know where the villagers went. I don't know if they were killed. Let's take a look at the statistics on the military. Look, you can see Bongo has lost 4 units, Blackwoltz has lost 2 units, so probably 2 villagers that were picked off. I don't see where the other 4 villagers went, but there they go. Okay, so they're going to Bongo, to his teammate to the other side of the base. Kind of risky situation. They got in between the middle. The slingers from Bubzzz coming in really quickly, and you can see the walls are coming. The walls are being attacked from the side of Bongo. Bongo already clicking on the bronze. So both players probably trying to go for the bronze. But Chihuahua Bongo already going for the bronze. Blackwoltz having a harder time in it because he's been resorting to farms now. On the other hand, Bubzzz going full slingers, still producing more in his base, and with a big mask already coming. Lots of wall tiles coming in. Definitely gonna need those if you want to get some protection. However, I'm sure that at this point he's almost bronze, so anytime he does that, he can just go more walls, and you can see he's putting more tiles on all the places. So having a lot of protection. He's not gonna get through anytime soon. Bongo MrMorec going to bronze as well, completely open. No fear for his base. He is starting to collect gold, and he is got out. You can see he's not really doing much aggression either. Just got 2 kills from his attack, from his rush, what it seems to be. 1 kill, actually. No player really having any major losses, you can see. So it's a good thing from both players. Get the camels coming in. Maybe a stone thrower would have helped out as well. Let's see. Maybe he doesn't have the resources. MrMorec already quickly going for a camel and composite. So composite, very dangerous unit to go by. The only difference is that the composites take a lot of time to set up. So it's one thing for the other. You can see a siege workshop coming as well. So all the bag is coming in. Cavalry, archers are siege. Everything's coming in from the side of MrMorec. MrMorec going full aggression on his part. You can see Blackwoltz still not giving up on his attack. Going bronze, having a stable behind MrMorec's base. So it looks like MrMorec is going to be going for a... It's going to be needing a defense. You can see the pressure piling on in the side of Bongo. Bongo Wall's having a tough time. He's going to need a stone thrower. He could have used a stone thrower, actually. Like, these camels are not a good option against slingers, especially if they're micro, but let's see how he does. You can see, 6, 7, 8 camels probably coming from the side of Bongo. Bongo producing from 2 stables, having a bit of trouble. All the slingers are coming in. Villagers are going down. Not yet, actually. You can see the big mass. The big mass is not chilling out, and much more slingers coming. The attack's coming. The nice attack here coming. Nice engagement from Bongo. Bongo cleaning out this attack. 2 camels going down. 3 camels going down. but a lot of lingers coming down as well. So kind of in and out. But as you can see, lingers mass is way too big, way too big. And looks like Bongo gonna have a little setback. He has a lot of space still though, but he can go forward back. Fortunately, this linger mass not gonna stop anytime soon. Look like Bubzzz is taking his sweet time, growing an economy, having a lot of farms actually. Look like Bongo is gonna be the one struggling in this scenario. I believe. Yeah, you can see he has no food. He has little gold, but he's gonna need a lot more. Maybe now is the time for get a stone thrower. Ah, that's a lot of elephants actually. That's a very good spot for him. An excellent spot for him. That's pretty much a lifesaver for. And now he's gonna have the food for him, he's gonna need to go try to do something else. Right now, doesn't seem to be any more action coming from his side. The compose is coming from the side of MrMorec. MrMorec pushing the sea with siege workshops. Very tough scenario. You can see not many composite, but with the mix of camels, they're gonna do a lot. And you can see Blackwoltz. Tough scenario. Both players being very hard pushed on from Bongo and Blackwoltz. Having a very tough time. Bubzzz and MrMorec very forward, very aggressive players. And both of them did an excellent job holding this. I still believe a stone thrower here could have done a lot, especially Bongo's submarine stone throwers. Like they could have done a lot more than the camels, but maybe he didn't have the wood. But that's gonna be the first game. Very nice first game. 4 strong players and very different battles going in. You can see very interesting attacks from the MrMorec completely open and still was able to have some safety. Blackwoltz having a paint here, but didn't really pay it off. He just put some berries later on. Or at least I don't think it paid off. I did not see anything from his part. And the kill count, you can see very little kill count. But the map positioning just looks pretty dominant for the side of MrMorec and Bubzzz. Number 2 is starting off with... Ooh, this looks like Coastal. The mess. Coastal. This mess can only be provoked by Coastal. Indeed, and you can see MrMorec and Bubzzz having a very interesting map. I kind of like this mess. Like... Okay, so you can see there's a little gap in here. You can see if Morec walls this properly, he can defend this 1v2. And that would leave Bubzzz completely untouched, and he would be able to boom pretty much all this by himself. Of course, they will eventually try to transfer him, but my point is that this is a completely safe base for MrMorec. I mean for Bubzzz, and MrMorec can do that if he does it well. A very nice base. Let's see how this goes. That's the fun about Coastal. It's a mess, but it's a fun mess. So you can see Bubzzz coming from the top side, already luring his gazelles, going as Assyrian. Archer civilization, so that's gonna help him out with this range defense. Kind of a safe base. A lot of forest on the front, some elephants in the front. Berries, not much food like on land, but there's plenty of water, so that is pretty much exclusive to him. And you can see he's probably gonna try to abuse this the most. Next, going out for his teammate, MrMorec goes out as Mignon. Mignon is also a strong civilization for archers. Those composite with +2 range are a very deadly enemy to deal with. We've seen it before in a game that actually Blackwoltz performed. They were very deadly. Let's see if he's gonna be able to use them. He's got some berries out here, an elephant that he's already lured, some gazelles on the bar on the front. Not really much access to the water, up only on the top and on this little bag, but even in the bag there's not much fish to fish. But he's got some good spots for him to get some pets and get some food going. Because he's already exploring on his base, so he wanna quickly get to know the layout of this land, and once he does, he would probably try to do what I say, make a wall for his teammates. He's gonna need some help from his teammate exploration to confirm that this is actually like a single, like I don't know, like I said, like a small peninsula exclusive for Bubzzz. By the way, there's a private sea in here, so the one that knows that this is private is gonna also exploit it a lot. It's gonna have a lot of advantage. Probably MrMorec gonna try to play with a duck in here. Next we go Bongo, going as Carthaginian. Carthaginian starting off with the 50 plus resources, so it's always a strong start. You can see plenty of, he's got his gazelle, he's got his lure, he's got his pit, he's got a wall. He's gonna try to know his base. Doesn't seem to be him to be exploring a lot. He doesn't. Yeah, you can see they're not exploring a lot. Bubzzz has not explored at least, so standard exploration by the looks of it from the side of Teal. Not really knowing that there's even a private sea. This is a very good sea for him. Like, even if you don't dock, you can put a storage pit here and get this street food, and it's a very good source of food. Then you go for a dock in here and get all these fish around. Last but not least, I think that probably with the one with least water is Blackwoltz, being on the very corner of the map at 9, already going for the 2-player elephant's lure, berries on the left, gazelles and wood on the front. Seems to be the most unsafe map around. He's got some easy walls here, but this part seems pretty open. Gonna take some time to wall off. However, he's already going for the 2-lane. He's already done some exploration as well, so he knows what's going on. Problem is, it's MrMorec already going for the dock as well. So everyone seems to be going for the 2-lane. MrMorec, okay, going for the 2-lane. Bubzzz not going just yet. Just click right now. Blackwoltz almost on top, and Chihuahua Boo ready for the 2-lane. So both players seems to be going for the rush. The economy looking 24, 24, 20, 20. You can see both players here looking very strong, getting water by the looks of it. So both players in here are gonna go for a rush, and you can see very nice combined paint here. Like both player, Blackwoltz probably exploiting some fishing ships. I know, some scout ships. So he's interested in killing whatever fish that Bubzzz is making. You can see another duck, 3 ducks coming from the Syrian, so not taking a chance. He's assuming probably that both players are making use of the water. It's a bit of an aggressive move, but it's a very good move. You can see Bongo going for the top, going for Axeman, and he's already starting to move. Look for players from the enemy. MrMorec completely open. And you can see the Axemans, the Clubman, fully upgraded Clubman are coming with the Axe upgrade coming up any moment soon. So they better get ready for some protection. The Axeman upgrade is here. This Axeman is gonna find his bait, and it's gonna be very troublesome for him. He already found the town center. This village is gonna get X a bit. But MrMorec quickly microwaves it out of the way so that he doesn't know this little base that MrMorec is setting up. MrMorec probably going for a fish boom. Oh no, never mind. He's going slingers. He's got a lot of slingers in here. So he's gonna try to go for a killing. This is gonna kill Bongo, because Bongo is completely... You can see he's walling this part. He's gonna be taken completely off guard. So Bongo better be ready for those slingers. Do something about it. You can see he's already running away. Very nice choice, because this really is a better scenario for him. The dog, MrMorec exploiting this private water that was supposed to be from Bongo. And now Bongo has to run away, being forced to run, not really having any resources on the food, just 2 on wood, 2 on food right now. And his base completely raided by slingers. This villager running away with the Axeman. The Axeman finally getting the field killing shot. MrMorec's base completely safe by the looks of it. This Axeman's not really doing any damage, and you can see in this part, not much action. Most action being on the water. You can see Blackwoltz getting a lot of damage. Nice microing, paying attention to the ships that come up, not giving him a break, and killing all the fishing ships. As you can see, very troublesome scenario, and more ships coming. So Blackwoltz gonna be dominating the water on this part, despite him not being the one with most water. You can see MrMorec still producing more boats, so he's gonna exploit this water on his side. More walls coming on this part. Probably a good call. Nice little bases he's got here. He's got completely raided this base. MrMorec, you can see nice little killing here happening. A lot of action happening in a lot of places. Very spread out attacks. You can see Blackwoltz growing in the water, so he's probably gonna start rushing in the land as well. Bubzzz already going for the bronze. Looked like, does he already have wheel? I don't think he does just yet, because he's going very. He's probably getting the wood upgrades so that he can for his ships. He's prioritizing that. Yeah, that seems to be the case. He doesn't know of the paint here. He does know now because of that bowman that he just found out. Quickly kills it. Another bowman coming up. More are gonna be coming out, so we better be ready. We've already been queued up. You can see it's a good thing that he's in bronze, but the problem is that he doesn't have the resources. He doesn't have food. His economy was on the water, and the water is being struggled. But once he gets the war galley, he might be able to defend himself a bit more. One can hope, but more Blackwoltz applying pressure on both land and water. It's a very deadly scenario. Look at this. Blackwoltz getting a lot of kills on this part. More ships coming, more bowman coming, armor coming as well. So he's going full on the rush. Bubzzz transitioning to the transitioning really quickly to farms. He already has the war galley upgrade, but still the numbers and the micro from Blackwoltz is very dangerous. So Blackwoltz better be ready to do some to resist this. While he does something, I mean, he's gonna try to attack on both players, land and water. You can see getting some hits. He doesn't realize that the base is completely open by the looks of it, which is a good thing. But you can see he's using this time to, he's killing the ships in the water. So getting some presence in there is always good. Let's see with this micro, with nice micro coming from Bubzzz. Bubzzz getting some kills. The numbers being equal, upgraded now in favor of Bubzzz from 6 to 4. And 2 more ships coming in, and more ships coming from Blackwoltz. So Blackwoltz really not look like he's not gonna give up water anytime soon. He's probably focusing on getting more economy now. Blackwoltz completely opens that also. Look like he is gonna be making. He doesn't seem to have a lot of people on food. Where's his food? He's got 3 here. The very nice placement here. He's getting on the short fish, so you can see MrMorec getting a lot, and I mean a lot of food on this part as well. There are both players getting a very in the private sea that was supposed to be of Bongo. Bongo seems to be still be struggling, and we were not able to catch on what happened to all those slingers that were around. But it looked like he has made slingers of his own. So you can see MrMorec actually having a raid, a full-on raid on his base. Look at this mess. So that's what's happening. This is a complete mess. MrMorec and Blackwoltz and Bongo being fighting. However, both players from the other team are bronze now, so MrMorec is gonna be trying to do something every time soon. Chariot archers coming from the side of Bubzzz, so Bubzzz being able to defend himself with some deadly chariot archers from Assyrians. However, the numbers still favor Bongo. I mean, Miss Blackwoltz, but it's gonna one quick micro could kill this off. But you can see the water still not completely secure from the side of MrMorec. This battle really not having a clear winner just yet. The Mongo's MrMorec's base being in trouble, but the slingers and axemen from Tilt still coming. Both players making ships in this part, and you can see some ships already coming to battle on from the side of Blackwoltz as well. And so it's a tough scenario. A lot of action happening in many places. You can see the axemen are trying to come in, trying to push in, do some damage. Not really doing the thing that I would love to. However, well, from the side of Bongo going full on the rush. We need Blackwoltz to go full on the side of the ships as well, because these numbers are getting more and more troublesome from the side of Bongo, if you ask me. Like Blackwoltz is still doing damage from his rushes, but Bubzzz seems to have kind of stabilized himself. Like he has war galley, he has chariot archers, he can just keep on producing villagers, and you can see, and they're still doing some good damage. So, like, I don't think he's gonna do anything anytime soon. However, there are a lot of ranges in here, and they are all in front of the wood. So, hey, this wood is gonna be dangerous. It's gonna actually limit Bongo a bit, Bubzzz a bit. Let's see how that goes later on. Good use, like you can see he's just producing from one range. It's pretty limited. Like he's still getting shots from his villagers. And in the time being, the water still kind of being defended. There's a lot of things going on in this part. However, in this part, the slingers still being a sling battle between Bongo and MrMorec. MrMorec, 46 population against 54 population from Bongo. So Bongo having a lot bigger population, but doesn't seem to be. Looked like his water got cleared out. I don't see any more fishing ships from Bongo here, which is a shame. But still having a population advantage of against MrMorec. It's an interesting 39 population against 52. So that's pretty dangerous for MrMorec. MrMorec, wow, lost this very badly. Looked like Bongo really overwhelming him despite having lost his base and despite him being in bronze. Looked like Bongo was able to outpower him by the sheer numbers. On the other hand, we can see Bowman coming in from the side of Blackwoltz. So Blackwoltz really pushing it. He's really trying to get 6 ranges. So 6 Syrian ranges coming in, trying to do some damage. You can see they do pay off. No matter how micro it is, there's a lot of damage coming in. And remember that Assyrian chariot archers do not have any health bonus. So they are gonna be easy food for all these many bowmen. And you can see more bowman fishing ships, so it's starting to exploit the water that Bubzzz should have exploited. Well, he is exploiting it, but he'll have some troubles in it. Blackwoltz still completely open, and nothing being done in this part from him to take some damage. On the other hand, Teal Bongo kind of getting some damage in here, getting a nice base in here, getting all out of wood, and trying to get probably 69 populations against 42, so MrMorec not really fully giving it up, but really needing some help in this part. And you can see the archers here from Blackwoltz being very overwhelming. He did not double, he tripled down in the number of archers pretty much. And you can see Bubzzz paying the price. 27 population, that's very low population against 103 population. That's no way you can win that. He's gonna be needing some help, for sure. Now, being forced to run from his own base, looks like there are not gonna be any more options, because he has like this base has run out of wood. These woods are being completely raided. There are 6, not 3, 6 range, 7 ranges coming from Blackwoltz. Blackwoltz just pushing in land and water, and you can see, even though the land is not doing much, the water is. It's getting a lot of fishing ships there. But now he might lose that to this number. But now that the economy of Bubzzz is running away, he might not even have a chance to defend himself in the water. Oh my god, Song destroyed red? Yes, Song completely destroyed red with pure bowman, might I add. Like, that's a 7 ranges, pure bowman, and he won against Assyrian versus Assyrian battle, man. And you can see Bubzzz not very good scenario, being completely surrounded. Blackwoltz, his villagers going down. Bubzzz 18 population is not paying attention to what happens. He's probably microing this. I don't know. Holy crap. Roberto. Great game indeed. That was some very great mess. Just look at this. And MrMorec kind of having a nice base. Still no bronze unit. Some caps going in, but still the amount of units around is way too messy, as you can see. Look at all these bowmen. A lot of bowmen from the Assyrian player, and these are just Syrian bowmen, so it's gonna be dangerous. Look at this, the cavalry just simply not being able to do enough. There's just too many units, and both players, the tool players, are winning against the bronze players. A very nice scenario, and now the Blackwoltz gets to bronze. This is gonna be a true winning scenario. Timeline, let's go. We can see timeline very pretty telling. Like I said, Blackwoltz over 100 population and Bubzzz just less than 30 population, so it was pretty telling what was going to happen in this part. You can see Blackwoltz 107 population and still growing. On the other hand, Bongo 74 population, still producing X-Men and Cow. Look at this amount of people, both players going, I don't know where they're going, but they're going for something, some mess. And MrMorec 32 and Bubzzz 16, so less than 50 from the other team. Less than 50 population against 170. You can tell what is happening in this game, man. You can tell what is happening now. The plan is, what are the plan here? Like, Bubzzz barely having resources. What can you do against such a strong player? You can see Bongo getting the wheel, getting the wood upgrade, getting the war galley. So it's a matter of time before this water gets cleared out from Bubzzz, unfortunately. Still bowman coming in, and a lot of bowmen are gonna become. A lot of chariot archers are gonna be coming in. Look at the amount of resources that Blackwoltz has. Like, he's gonna kill off. Look at the amount of X-Men. Bongo is making 5 X-Men coming with the villagers. It's a lot of X-Men. They're completely wiping this game, man. It's a matter of time before they call the GG. I don't see how MrMorec and Bubzzz can come out of this one. Honestly, they would need a very high kill in here. Like, this space is completely open. If they come here, never mind. They did not come here. Yeah, look at the amount of chariot archers. You cannot win this. You cannot win this with 20 population, man. Incredible second game. Wrong player, Blackwoltz and Bongo. Starting off a bit slow, but really killing off the players and exploiting a lot of the water. You can see having the private water that was supposed to be from other players was very... There's a lot of advantage. Look at the population high, 81, 40, 38, 33. Blackwoltz having a lot of population and a lot of offense going on. Look at the amount of kills. You can see Bubzzz. Actually, Bubzzz having a lot of kills, probably killing from the water, the ships of that Blackwoltz had. Then MrMorec and Chihuahua going for 87 and 82 respectively, and 74 losses from Blackwoltz. So Blackwoltz having the most hits, but surprisingly having the biggest time. So you can tell how nice his management is in the economy and the attack. Very interesting game. You can see both players. Incredible game, actually. I don't know what else to say. They got pretty... I thought these two guys had it, Bubzzz and MrMorec. Blackwoltz and Bongo completely flipped me off against all of you, against all the 3 of them. Last game, now the third game is coastal again. A more balanced coastal, actually. You can see now we got, like, everyone seems to have like their own land with crossings in between, with some crocodiles as well. And it looks like this is very promising. Starting from the top side, we got MrMorec as Phoenician, having a very open base, actually, I would say. Not much on the front against Blackwoltz. 2 crossings, 3 crossings actually. 2 against his teammates, so that's a pretty good thing. 1 against Mr. Blackwoltz, having to volley like this, because really this little thing gets very annoying to do. Forest on the front, looks like it's gonna be his place pit. Stone and gold, very close together. That's a good thing if he decides to go for resources or either slingers or gold units later on. On the back, more on the back seems to be like the promised resources. There's more wood, there's more stone. So kind of a empty island, if you ask me. But hey, he might be good enough. The first elephant already being lured from the way front. That's a very nice lure. He has another elephant here. Let's see if MrMorec lures that. He's had a history of luring very far elephants. Next, his teammate on the right. You can see 2 elephant lure. Look like almost perfect lure. Oh, that's a very good lure. He placed them in there. So now he has free access to these 2 elephants when he wants to. And very nice play from Bubzzz as High Tide being on the right side. Like I said, 2 crossings to his teammates, but with the disadvantage that he has to share island with Bongo. Having this little crossing here might prove to be important, since it's the only access against his enemy. So let's see if he notices it early on of how he should engage. Other than that, that seems to be the only access. So pretty balanced game, actually, if you ask me. Map, if you ask me. The third player going for Bongo, coming already as Phoenician as well. So 2 Phoenicians and Hittite and Assyrian. So very archer civilization. It's gonna be an interesting matchup. So let's see how both players fight their way with their archers. You can see Bongo luring 2 elephants already to his base. There's some gazelles already on the pit on the left with some gazelles as well. They're crossing to his ally. Only 1 crossing. And like I said, the sharing island with Mr. Bubzzz. You can see the resources from Bongo bearing a lot of resources on the land. 2 more elephants on the front. More forest. Like easily to wall in the front, in this part, if you ask me. However, I would prefer for him to explore very further on to try to close this gap, because really this seems to be the most important area, considering that he is sharing lane with his enemy. So going for the last teammate from Bubzzz, I mean from Bongo. Gonna be Blackwoltz. Blackwoltz already luring gazelles in here. A bit of a messy lure, but I guess it works. You can see 2 elephants, a storage pit, berries, very cramped land actually, I like it. He could easily wall this by himself and call it a day. Like, the crossings are the same. These have not moved, so there seems to be no intention of crossing and trying to get a kill to the enemy. Blackwoltz going for 20 villagers and already clicking 2. Looks like he's gonna try to go for this small base, like I said. It's a very good base and a plentiful of, with plenty of forest and resources. So that's not a bad call on him. You can see MrMorec going as well on his little base with 20 population. So the numbers pointing out that economy 26 from Bubzzz, 23 from MrMorec, 20 from Bongo and Blackwoltz. So Blackwoltz and Bongo not really taking any chances, probably respecting their enemies. Then probably this little extra coming from the ships. You can see one little ship here. I don't think that's the only ship. But surprisingly, you can see Mr. Blackwoltz getting a nice painting here. So he's getting a layout of the land. You can see he's using the crossing that is supposed to be for his teammate. On this part, we can see the water. He's actually doing a nice job on the water. But Bongo having a solid rush in here with 3 barracks, going for the slingers. So going for the safe option against his opponent, which is High Tide. High Tide gonna have a hard time against those players. Bubzzz having a weird shape of the base. It seems to be like his base is gonna be something like this, but I don't think he's gonna have enough time. I hear some smacks somewhere. Oh, both players are attacking the villagers of Bubzzz. That's not a good thing at all, man. Like, Bubzzz being rushed by 2 players is absolutely destruction, and the slinger is gonna be killing off the units of Bubzzz very easily, and in combination with the axemen of Blackwoltz, they're just gonna be GG for Bubzzz if he doesn't do anything. And if MrMorec doesn't engage, looks like MrMorec is gonna go some barracks on his base. He has placed some, he's getting some slingers. Already the attack upgrade come in, so MrMorec not having some defense with slingers on his base, killing off some axemen. The teal units are coming, the bowmans are getting damage. These bowmans are good options, but they need to be microed a bit because the damage might not be enough. So Bubzzz doing a good call making bowmans against these slingers, but needs to be more get a lot more numbers. They still don't have the upgrade, so that also helps out Bubzzz not getting completely wiped out. These villagers coming right back where all they're running. They went to go for a lap. So both players, Blackwoltz and Bongo, going for a very strong rush. The upgrade, the wood upgrade coming already, so it's gonna be a matter of time. And now you can see much more axemen than needed, much more bowman now. And then from the side of Bubzzz, Bubzzz already having the armor, still missing the range upgrade. You can see 3 ranges being producing bowmen. Lots of slingers coming in. He's gonna need the wood upgrade for sure. This is what I mean. You need micro to can win this against these slingers because they have a stronger attack, but they also need that range. You can see the market coming right up. So good call from there. Canceling an upgrade and getting the resources for the wood upgrade. So very nice call. He knows what he needs, and you can see MrMorec not producing anything. Looks like he's going strictly for defense. You can see he's going. His paint very weirdly shaped, getting some ships all around the base. So a lot of action. A painter coming in probably, but this crocodile not gonna let him too. Nice for MrMorec paying attention. There are 3 crocodiles that could have been deadly for him. Looks like the crocodiles are gonna be killed off. There's 2. The walls are coming. That's 2 are gonna be enough. Very nice call from, very nice micro in there from MrMorec. Bubzzz on the other hand getting plenty of bowman, getting the numbers that Blackwoltz was doing on the previous game. This is more than enough to fight off the slingers actually. So very nice job from him. Going with ships, So he definitely needs more docks so that he can get more water going. He still has a lot of wood, so he better exploit it. And you can see more. Let's go. He's going for the mess. The action, the battle coming in. Bowman versus Slingers. I think Bowman plus one attack really showing off their power here, man. Being able to being held out by the unit that are supposed to counter you. It's a good, nice job. You can see the base being completely sealed off on this part. So finally some protection from the side of MrMorec. No more units are going to be getting in. However, he has already plenty of units in here to be worrying about something more getting in. And Axeman getting killed off and Villager getting killed off. It's the Axeman coming in, and look, the Slinger's already here to intercept him. So nice micro in there. This little gap is going to help him a lot to kill this Axeman. There goes two. There goes the third one. And 4 X-Men and against 1 Slinger. That's a very nice trade-off. The Bowman being forced to run away because there was really not much for him to fight of. 2 X-Men killing these berries. Very nice play from Blackwoltz, getting plenty of damage on the economy. Taking a look at the economy, you can see 47, 42, 39, 40. So still no clear indicator. All the players getting damaged, but not really getting enough to call GG just yet, of course. The number of kills also being pretty equated. You can see the losses being in favor of Blackwoltz and Chihuahua, and Bongo. So both players kind of losing it a bit. You can see Bongo applying one that he decided to triple down on the amount of units. He's got 6 barracks now. 6 barracks, yeah. And he's gonna go full on Slinger. MrMorec already in bronze, getting wheel, getting war galley, getting upgrades, and getting villagers. So looks like he's gonna try to fight on the water. And this battle going in still, I mean, the Slingers are pushing, but I would still say that they are in favor. The X-Men are in favor. I mean, the Bubzzz is in favor. You can see he's being forced to run back. This 6 barracks. Is he even producing from? Yeah, he is. He's producing from 6 barracks. There are both players exploiting the water very harshly. One on the right and one on the left. So not really getting into trouble of the water of the other, which is kind of a good thing. MrMorec was having to win bronze. What's gonna be his plan now? Blackwoltz need to do something so that he can, you know, he can do something, get his economy. He doesn't get killed by his economy. His base being completely safe still. You can see he was walled a while ago and he's still just getting water. He's getting ships from the corner only for him. That's a good base. A lot of fishing ships coming all the sides, and actually seems to be private, so no one's ever is gonna attack this. So that's a very good, nice base for Blackwoltz. Blackwoltz still having some paints in here. Looks like he's gonna try to. He's tripling down. He's getting his numbers of rangers up because he's probably gonna try to go for a push in bronze. And on the other hand, you can see MrMorec not really making. He's booming his ways. Like, there's not really much going on his side militarily. Just focusing on getting villagers. So economy is gonna boom. You can see he has got 4 town center. He's going full water. He's cleaning what he can see. Looks like MrMorec not gonna is trying to secure his base. He's gonna go like probably boom, get to iron and win. That seems to be his call, and just use the water as a defense system. On the other hand, you can see now that the attacks are not starting out in the side of MrMorec. He's decided to resort to attack to Bubzzz. Bubzzz still going bronze, so going to bronze. Bongo going to bronze as well. Oh no, he's already in bronze. Bongo, I'm getting 3 cabs. That's a lot of cabs from Bongo, man. It's gonna be very tough scenario. And you can see this part. Massive army from the side of Bubzzz. Bubzzz getting killed off in the little corner, just completely exposed actually. So he's gonna be needing some water. He's gonna be needing some defense on this part as well. Maybe not push just yet. Have this little mass. Very nice, very deadly mass of X-Men and Bowman, man. You don't get all the amount of units you're getting here. And as you can see, MrMorec still no signs of helping. He's helping in the water, but not really focusing much in the on making units to attack. He's completely safe, so he's just gonna boom to his heart content. He's already 99 population, so he's already got the numbers to go to iron, you could say. And he's already got coal, and the coal and just missing the food. As you can see on this part, big battle coming from the high tide player. The high tide doing a lot. This Slinger's getting a lot of kills as well. Big numbers, and the bowman, the caps being very deadly for him. Nice call from Bubzzz. Bubzzz starting to cover himself into this corner, but he is gonna be completely safe because he's got not only does he have the caps, and also the war galley high ship has a lot of range, so that's gonna be able to defend him nicely. You can see camels coming, nobility coming, so Morec's finally moving on, trying to make some units to help out his teammate. There we go. So he's gonna go for the camels here. He's seeing that his teammate is in need of some defense. On the other hand, Bubzzz not sweating it actually. Like he's now making charted archers, so he's gonna get support very early on. You can see, not really getting his numbers. He's not really being damaged that much, if you ask me. You can see the timeline. He did shrink, but not as much as he would like. That's probably just the military loss of the units of the axemen and bowmen that he had. But you can see camels are coming to help. And the problem is that this is a lot of units. Still, slingers do. Remember, the slingers do pretty well against these units, and now the combination of camels and chariot archers should be able to deal with these units. That's the power of the teamwork. This is only, guess, mostly bongo units. There's some bowmen from Blackwoltz, but Blackwoltz seems to be going for upgrades as well. There doesn't seem to be much action going on in here either. A pain coming from MrMorec. MrMorec getting numbers like crazy. War galleys, camels, and villagers. So this guy is getting. It looks like Morec switching to defensive on this part. You can see weird, funny position. The stone thrower not doing much. Not gonna be able to do much like that. But still, more units coming from this side, and this side has been completely defended. So the attack between MrMorec and Bubzzz has been successful. Both players have held defended, but getting upgrades now, getting the armor, getting the nobility. So really, Bubzzz growing despite all the circumstances. It's a very nice play from him. You know, he's gonna need some ships to defend. To recover this water. This place still belonging to Blackwoltz. Blackwoltz might need to, maybe Morec and Blackwoltz, Morec or Bubzzz might need to do something about that, because this paint could be very dangerous if it's not dealt with properly. But you can see chariot archers coming, more defense coming from this side. Stone throwers. There's a big number of stone throwers from the Phoenician player. Bongo, MrMorec doesn't seem to be going into bronze anytime soon. Seems like it's switched his plan to go to iron, to just attack. 146 population, 94 population, 90 population against 106 population. All this time, Bongo, I have not paid attention to Bongo, but all this time he also made sure to be booming as well when he was getting all these caps to kill, to do some damage against against Bubzzz, And now that he has done it, he's just gonna wall and get some boom as well. Looks like he's gonna be able to. You can see he's even getting the stone upgrade. So this paint is gonna be cleared out. That's a good thing from the other team. And now this defense is gonna be, his base is gonna be completely safe. That's also a very good thing. So very nice play. So both players, no players really giving it out. You can see MrMorec finally noticing this paint that needs to be killed off and starting to clear out all the ships. On the other hand, you can see the war galleys from Blackwoltz also doing some damage on this part. So all players doing damage their own way. And you can see these chariot archers also getting some damage, getting these big pain villagers only not paying attention, so they're gonna be killed off. Numbers kind of going down for MrMorec. Morec very paying attention. He only needs 100 gold more for bronze, so I don't know if he wants to switch to that. There doesn't seem to be any plan for it. It looks like the queue here is very big. Bubzzz queue also very big. Maybe Bubzzz could help out, trying to clear out. You can see land versus water battle. You can see in here the chariot archers from Bubzzz killing off the ships from Bongo. Very mixed battle going on here. You can see on this part as well. All players really going for the 4-5. Bongo being the only one that goes for iron. Looks like he being the only one that he's the most safe. He's gonna try take this time to go to iron 60%. And he's gonna go. What is he gonna go? The question. Is it gonna be elephant? You're gonna need a lot of elephants, but let's see. It's gonna be a very strong game. And the ships being engaged. Remember that these chariot archers are fighting in the hill. This is doing a lot of damage for him. As you can see, the war galley, the trireme upgrade. That's the first thing to come out. The elephants coming in as well. Nice. So we're gonna be getting some elephant action from Bongo. On the other hand, you can see chariot archers coming on this part. The cavalry is killing ships. Everything is a mess on this part from MrMorec and Blackwoltz. Blackwoltz actually having the safest base. Morec not being able to penetrate, or at least not quite. He was defended properly. So the pain from MrMorec being completely behind. MrMorec already clicking to iron as well. Iron from his Bubzzz coming, so everyone's coming for iron except for Blackwoltz. Blackwoltz still going full on chariot archers. Chariot archers doing plenty of damage. Look at this war galley. They just keep coming, man, in this little gap. Some tower would be very useful considering all the stone that MrMorec has, but really look at this dominance of so much pressure being applied by Blackwoltz in here, and Phoenician player not really gonna have a lot of options to deal with him. In this part, you can see Bubzzz is still fighting with the water, man. Might not be the best scenario, especially now that the elephants are coming, man. The first elephant coming in. Bubzzz better be ready because the war galleys are gonna be the least of his problem very time soon. The chariot archers coming from Morec. For Morec going full on cab. The cabs in here not being the best. Like, what are you supposed to do with all these cabs? He really... Now Morec is the one in the need of help, man. Still basic upgrades from his guys, so Blackwoltz still getting some damage, some free damage from on his chariot archers. But now Blackwoltz, MrMorec is in iron. And what is he gonna do is a question. And because he's a big mess and he might need some help. I think that's a problem that I don't see them help that much. Bubzzz has not moved in here to help him, and that could be pretty useful, man. On the other hand, Bongo's getting tower upgrades, getting elephants. Gonna go full on into the enemy base, and you can see little by little he's pushing into the enemy. He's already advancing, getting them the wood on the front. Bubzzz not really getting much. He's getting horse archers, but I don't see them like anywhere. They're in the same volley, so that's a problem. That Morec is fighting. I mean, Bongo is fighting this with water and land, and just land from Bubzzz. Bubzzz having a very tough scenario in here. Blackwoltz getting also to the Iron Age, last but not least, fighting on MrMorec. MrMorec really needing some help on here. So many chariot archers. Look at the population going to 92 population. And remember, Morec was like 150, might I do so. Damage here is just piling up like crazy, and Blackwoltz is not really having that problem. Having a completely open base now, very safely. He might need some help from his teammate actually, but look like his teammate cannot even defend himself. The chariot archer not being nearly enough from Bubzzz so that he can survive. Being pop cap 60 idle villagers, man. That's a lot of idle villagers, mostly being on fishing ships, I'm sure. You can see these ships. The combination of these ships and these elephants are proving to be a very deadly combo. Now, another pull from Mr. Bongo. These chariot archers are coming in. The terrain going in favor. Very nice tower placement. finally getting some tower action, being in this little uphill. We're gonna be able to defend and push away the enemy. Bongo. Ooh, you can see the chariot archers are really overwhelming him. MrMorec, you can see horse archers are now joining into the base. Some temple coming as well. I don't know if he's gonna make he's making silitry. No, he's not making silitry. Probably just for the upgrade. Towers coming from Blackwoltz as well, and MrMorec 53 population, dude. That's a terrible number. Going down, and Bubzzz is now being the one that needs to carry this game between these two players, man. Right now, he's barely holding out against these elephants, and there doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. Right now, the water are doing a lot in this part. The elephant catapults coming in from the Bubzzz to help out, doing an excellent job dealing up the damage and cleaning out the towers that are on all the way over here. So he's got himself head up. The problem is that they're not getting support of each other, unlike like we saw in the other game. And good comeback, yeah. It looks like they really come back. Blackwoltz going full chariot archer, 212 population, and it's 20 population from MrMorec. So Morec is pretty much officially out of the game. Not really having anything anymore. His base being completely cleaned out, being towered up as well. Actually, the resources are kind of dry as well. Like, there's barely any wood in here. And the horse archers now decided to go all the way to his teammates. Now they're going for the side of Bubzzz, and Bubzzz being alone is already struggling against these guys. It's gonna be a death sentence because the chariot archers and the horse archers from Assyrian they're just gonna wipe this part. The last of the population of MrMorec going down to a population against 165. Bongo 150 population, so kind of evening it out between Bubzzz and Bongo. But the problem is that Blackwoltz is coming with 235 population, getting some cataphracts as well. It might as well add them, right? And you can see chariot archers, just Bubzzz and Morec being overwhelmed. Very nice games from both players, both teams. Excellent combination in here. So it was very nice to see how like the teamwork came out. That Blackwoltz, once he saw that he did not get damage in here, he went again to this side. Unfortunately, we did not see this kind of support on from Bubzzz, or like Morec went to help him, but Bubzzz did not help that much MrMorec, which is unfortunate. He could have used some more help. And it seems that the population, this is what tells. It's pretty telling. You can see the timeline. MrMorec doing pretty good, but then once Blackwoltz got in, everything went down very quickly. And now, look at the economy. You can see all players getting very strong numbers in the wall, in the economy. 142, 121, 119, 121. So all players going very strong in their economy. The kills, you can see very tiring at the end. Unfortunately, Morec being the one with most losses. That's unfortunate. Morec didn't hold properly. Problem is that Morec kind of got underestimated. I don't know if to say it's underestimated, but he was trying to attack in this part. And this attack failed miserably. Like, this really set him back. He had the opportunity to go to bronze. The iron, I mean. Like, he could have gone to iron, and I think that could have done a lot more damage. Because Blackwoltz was very behind for a long time. So I think that's... in my opinion, I think Morec should have gone to iron. When he had the opportunity. Because he was booming for free. Like, there were bowmen here and all that shit, but they were not doing it. Then he made camels, and... like, they help here, but I don't think they did much. Yeah, you should have pushed him instead and killed him off. Yeah, exactly. And actually, he went for the water, but he didn't actually clear it out properly, because I was expecting with many ships he would be able to clear all this paint. But look at this. Like, this paint never left. the villager that was here was never killed off. So losing, not killing that villager was also a jamming scenario, because MrMorec was being attacked from two sides, like from here and from here, and then he tried to attack from here, and that was way too, like, three-side attack. That's way too much for any player, not just like not just MrMorec. I think for any player would have been pretty hard. Then on this part you can see, like, they got cleared up, but they didn't get any value after that. The chargers were here. I think he should have made the siege earlier. Bubzzz should have made the siege earlier here. Holding it with siege here would have been very nice. And I think also the problem here is the lack of towers from both players. Like you can see, from both players here. Like MrMorec could have made some towers as well to defend. That would have done a lot here. Some towers in here maybe. And on this part, if Bubzzz had made catapults and towers, this would have been a very solid defense. And the ships would not have been able to even show up their face, because the ships were getting in too freely, if you ask me. But either way, okay. Nice set of game. Let's see if we can get another one.